Greetings, Auto Thoughts. It's been a while. I'm actually in Facebook jail right now. The clink, free me, kind of forever, all that. I'm not going to get into why I'm in Facebook jail again. I might make a video if you guys really want to know about it. Long story short, I got into it with this member of a sorority who remained nameless, as with the organization, who got a tad out of pocket with me, and I had to humble that it. So, but that's neither here nor there. But I figure I'll use this time where I can't post on Facebook, but I can watch y'all talk and annoy me, to do what I said I was going to do and make some videos for the channel. Be real rough in the editing, just live stream, make this my status messages for the duration. I guess the first thing I want to talk about is Black Panther. I made a couple statuses before I got banned about, imagery in the movie, about, like the ancestral plane for T'Challa and Killmonger, the contrast there and stuff like that. But I guess what I want to get into right now is the impact of the movie beyond, making us feel good and giving us a chance to cosplay and making white people uncomfortable and all that good stuff. It's particularly this petition calling for the movie to make a 25%, because I guess that just sounded like a nice round number, investment, if you will, into the quote-unquote black community. Which black community, where, and who's supposed to get the money, I don't know. And, I'm not opposed to an investment being made. How people can just count other people's money before it happens and demand whatever is a whole other issue. But there is no unified black community to give this money to. And then, two, it's like, okay, let's say there was, and there's a trusted financial institution and whatever. You give them this money, 25% of what will soon be, inevitably, it looks like $1 billion freaking dollars made off of this movie. And then what? Like, I haven't heard anybody's plan. I've just heard, and everybody knows what they would like to see. Oh, make our communities better, boys and girls clubs in school. That all sounds nice, but there's no plan. They're just saying, give us the money. And when there's no plan, it becomes charity. I've been watching a lot of Shark Tank lately just because I live at home. I pay rent, but I live at home, and my parents watch Shark Tank, so I watch Shark Tank. And, the one lesson that I pulled away from that show is that the difference between charity, just giving somebody money, maybe they'll flip it, maybe they won't, get them out of your face, or buying something, being a consumer, and an investment is a plan. You go into this putting in X amount of time, energy, and capital, expecting a return, and not only expecting, having a way to get there. And there is none of that. And part of that is because we don't have an infrastructure to even start with. But B, it's just like we're not even used to that. We're just used to give us our cut, because we put you on, we made you famous. We're the reason this movie did numbers. Give us our cut. That's the mentality, and that's what's pissing me off. My thing is, like, we were our own worst enemy in that. Oh, and let me put a pause on this. This is not for you Hotep niggas and you super woke niggas that I remember being sleep as fuck in high school and college, copying off my paper and asking me dumbass fucking questions. But now you got all the fucking answers because the internet, right? Like, just y'all are a lost cause, and I don't say that because I think I'm so much better than you. It's just that y'all are exhausting, and I just don't want to do it with y'all anymore. Like, so go ahead and call me sleep and a sheep and defend your flat earth theory and tell women that their menstrual cycles are the devil, or the white devil, whatever you're calling it. Just do that shit over there. But for the rest of us, with a little bit of sense, my thing is, the movie itself was the investment in the black community. And I'll explain that. Because one thing the woke niggas got right is that the movie is a white movie. It's made by Marvel and Disney. Alright, we're in the movie, but it's their movie. The white men got rich off this shit. But the way they got rich off this shit has never been done before. Yes, white men have pretty much made a trade out of making money off of our backs, but that's not necessarily what happened here. And to put it into perspective, we all remember that god-awful movie, Gods of Egypt. and or just I'm sure not too many of us saw it. I actually watched it, but for free. And the movie itself wouldn't have been freaking terrible if it wasn't fucking terrible. You know, like the same bullshit that Hollywood pulls, whitewashing everything. Prince of Persia was Jake Gyllenhaal, and somehow Tom Cruise was The Last Samurai, and Matt Damon in that China Wall, whatever. You know, this is a recurring theme in Hollywood. But in this instance, that didn't happen. Not only didn't they didn't even try to do it, and not only did they make record profits, but they did it in a way with black people on every facet of this production. Okay, you had obviously a black cast. That's easy to do, but the castability, if I don't even know that's a word, I'm not a film student. The demographics represented in that cast were insane. You've got young, you've got old, you got the perennial powerhouse in Angela Bassett. Oh, fine. So just just regal as ever. You've got a old man. I mean, 40's not old, but he's older than what you think he is, playing a young-ish prince in T'Challa. You know, you've got actual young actors, the next generation of Black Hollywood. It could be, filling in the other roles with depth and lines and speaking parts. There was something for everybody in there. And I only bring up Gods of Egypt because that was the exact argument that Ridley Scott made. That he said that this movie is an insane budget, and I'm not going to get it financed with Muhammad such and such as my lead. And you know what? As terrible and repugnant and horrible as that statement was, it was fucking true because, well, at least at that time, because he was abroad, and the world has an opinion on Muslims, and he felt that he had to go make his money. He had to hedge his bet. And we still get this movie. Ha, fuck you. But that argument is out the window because as much as we don't like that statement, one of our near and dear beloved directors and producers has been saying the same thing for years. And we love his stuff, except when he's looking like somebody auntie courtside. And that's Spike Lee. And Spike Lee has made Spike Lee joints, like stuff for us, stuff we want to see. But when was the last time you got super excited to see a Spike Lee movie? I can't even remember the last one. I know there was that Chicago movie that I've been meaning to see. Yeah. I don't even know if that's his. See, I'm just pulling out black movies at this point. But the point is, he's even made the argument that he can't do what he wants to do because he can't get finance for the projects he wants to finance. And that's Hollywood's thing. Oh, we love your project, we love your ideas, we love your energy, but we can't put that money in there because we're not going to get it back. No longer. And I expect it to keep happening because white people, but no longer. And not only just from a cast, Ryan Coogler is literally just grown, from making a movie for us like Fruitvale Station to Creed and to this. He's shown on every level that he can capture and command an audience to tell a story, and not necessarily the same narrative of, the black criminal, the black slave, what have you. So that is the investment in the black community because we have shown that we have power in every facet at the same time. You can't just have a movie with a black lead and white everything else, or a black director and white everything else, or a black female white everything else. No, the movie was black as fuck, and it was for us, and it made damn near and soon to be $1 billion. That's the investment. Where we go from there is going to determine our return on our investment, but that was the fucking investment. Know what else you guys want?